Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll look into the journey of one of the candidates for Defensive Player of the Year. He wasn't one and done, but had to sit out of his rookie year because of an injury. He's an NBA All-Star and helping the Sixers maintain the #1 spot in the East. So with that said, today's topic is, how good is Ben Simmons? So let's get into the video.
Velocity on that one by George.
Simmons runs by Ingles and Niang.
So let's start from the beginning. Ben Simmons was born in Melbourne, Australia, and his father played professionally in Australia in 1989. He also had a love for football but decided to stick with basketball. At only 15 years old, he played in the 2012 FIBA Under-17 World Cup Championship. He also started to play AAU basketball in the US and ended up moving to the US in 2013. As a sophomore, he played at Montverde Academy in Florida. He was a top high school prospect and verbally committed to play at LSU as a sophomore. As a junior, he averaged 18.5 points, 9.8 rebounds, and 2.7 assists per game. And going into his senior season, he was named the Naismith Prep Player of the Year, the Gatorade National Player of the Year, and was a McDonald's All-American. He was ranked as the #1 power forward in the nation in 2015. So going into his college career, he was voted the SEC Preseason Player of the Year, becoming the second freshman player to earn this award. But although he was an elite player, his grades seemed to hold him back. LSU didn't perform to the high standards everyone held them to, and they finished the regular season going 18-13. Simmons led LSU in all major stat categories except three-pointers and free throws, of course. But he averaged 19.2 points, 11.8 rebounds, and 4.8 assists. So LSU didn't make the NCAA tournament this year, and shortly after, he declared for the NBA draft.
More aggressive mindset. They say he must become more of a Brandon Sampson. Play a little defense, nice give. Waterman to Simmons, and he is fouled by Davenport, and that's his second. You'd rather see Simmons nestles in the first one. Daniels, a 6'8" senior from Ashburn, Georgia, who's averaging 11 points off the bench. There's a three-ball by attempt at a pass. Quarterman made a bad decision. And Beach has it poked away from behind by Simmons. Beach again, lost it, blocked by Simmons, and he's on the run.
With the first pick in the 2016 NBA Draft, the Philadelphia 76ers select Ben Simmons from Melbourne, Australia, and Louisiana State University.
Ben Simmons was selected first overall by the Sixers in the 2016 NBA Draft. People were a bit skeptical about his attitude and his character, and also his shot, but Coach Brett Brown of the 76ers was content with it. He became the first college player to get selected first overall, even though he never played in the NCAA tournament, and also the third Melbourne-born #1 overall pick in 11 years. Simmons played in the Summer League, and many people saw that he couldn't shoot the ball from the outside. But for a big, he had great point guard skills like court vision, awareness, and passing. So going into training camp, he injured his right ankle. After getting it examined, it was determined that he fractured a bone in his foot and was estimated to miss 3 to 4 months. His foot didn't heal properly, so he was ruled out for the whole 2016-17 season. So, in the 2017-18 season, Simmons finally made his rookie debut. In only his third game, he recorded his first double-double and became one of the only players to do this. In his fourth game, he recorded his first triple-double, becoming the only player to ever do this in the first 4 games. He continued to set records and became the only player in NBA history to start a season with 170 points, 100 rebounds, and 80 assists in his first 10 games.
Out of sight, when you really break it down, I mean, the fewest clutch minutes, that's just because they've just walked away from teams.
You know, for him to be able to do what he does, it's just...
He continued to break more and more records throughout the season, and the 76ers made it to the playoffs. In his playoff debut, he recorded a triple-double and became the first rookie since Magic Johnson in 1980 to do this. They made it to the second round and lost to the Celtics, but Simmons was named the Rookie of the Year and earned the NBA All-Rookie First Team honors. So headed into the 2018-19 season, Simmons' goal was to work on improving his shot in the offseason. He became the second fastest player in history to score 2,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, and 1,000 assists, right behind Oscar Robertson. He did this only in 125 games. He earned his first All-Star selection as a reserve, becoming the first Australian to do so.
Career high of 34. Just past the 10-minute mark. Simmons one-on-one with O'Neal.
So going into the 2019-20 season, Simmons finally made his second three-pointer of his career and recorded a career-high 17 assists against the Pistons. He appeared in his second All-Star appearance for Team LeBron right before the NBA season was paused for COVID-19 reasons. Once the season resumed in the summer, the Sixers made it to the playoffs, but Simmons was sidelined by a knee injury. He finished the season being the 2020 NBA steals leader. So this current 2020-2021 season, Ben Simmons is averaging 14.8 points on shooting 54.5% from the field, and is highest from the three with 30%. But of course his three-point attempts aren't too often. Defensively, he's having the best season yet and is a top candidate for the Defensive Player of the Year award.
He guarded two guys at one time, and he stood his ground and got the steal.
Love with a triple. Simmons may have gotten a piece of that.
He did.
Hey, he's won the championship for 3 separate teams. He's earned the right.
Certainly has.
He knows what he's doing.
Yes, he has.
Terry got mugged. No whistle.
Saw that one coming and was able to come up with the intercept. So the net lead is now 7.
Closer to returning with that groin injury, but still hasn't had any contact. Practicing. Knox kicks it out. Barrett shot blocked by Simmons.
That's why Simmons are all defense, folks. Got McDaniels right in the mouth. Hornets have it back. McDaniels. Pass stolen away by Simmons.
Yeah, real tight.
Besties.
Smith going for the steal on Embiid, and in fact, he gets the turnover.
Good.
Oh, and Simmons took it right back from Westbrook. What a play. Sixers by 7 early in the second. Simmons got the steal. You can't have big guys bending over. I've heard that from every big guy.
Rudy Gobert is also in the race, so it'll definitely be a tight one. He's been sidelined recently because he's been sick, but not because of COVID. He'll most likely be back on the floor soon to help the Sixers maintain their #1 spot in the Eastern Conference.
Back to your coach, Doc Rivers, because he came on the jump and he made a serious case for you as Defensive Player of the Year.
Ben is a lot. Like, to me, he guards every position. Like, he literally at times swallows players, and I've not seen that.
Do you agree with him?
Definitely, 100%. I'm one of those guys who can guard 1 through 5. Obviously, there's a lot of respect for Rudy. I know what he's capable of. I know, he's great down there in the paint, but he's not guarding everybody. And that's just what it is. I mean, he guarded me in Utah.
And?
I had 42. And and apparently I'm not a scorer, so it is what it is. But I have a lot of respect for him. But at the same time, I think it's mine this year.
Now, Joel has said that he thinks he's Defensive Player of the Year.
I want to be Defensive Player of the Year.
And Doc to that said, yeah, he can have MVP. Ben's Defensive Player.
Yeah, Joe.
Are you okay with that split?
That's fine. I'll take that. That's fine.
So do you have Ben Simmons taking the Defensive Player of the Year trophy? He's been performing tremendously, but how far do you think his career will go with not being able to shoot the ball? Let us know what you think in the comments. Thanks for tuning in to watch today's video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.